What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 10 point guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So a few other people are making these lists, and I know Ty makes these lists, so I will leave a link to his channel in the description. Basically, I watched one of his ones, and I kind of disagreed with a good few of the players because we have completely different play styles, and that's fair. So there's definitely going to be people that are going to disagree with me, and I always like to make videos like this because it's always a different perspective. 10 different people can make the exact same video talking about their top 10 players at specific positions, top 10 overall cards, and all 10 will have a different perspective on the game and have different reasons for why they prefer certain cards and not prefer certain other cards. So anyway, yeah, a link to Ty's channel will be in the description. But anyway, this is the point guard position. So this position right here is the best position in the game, and it's not, I don't even think it's particularly close. Between point guard and small forward, there's a few okay centers. Power forward, like basically Draymond, and center, or two guards is bad. Two guards is bad as a position. So again, we're going to be talking about the top 10 right now. Okay, so honorable mention, I have to mention this guy, it's Magic Johnson. I have to mention he is a 6'9" point guard with a 7-foot wingspan. Unfortunately, he can't really shoot the ball. He can't get quick first step. He can't get clamps, can't get range. So it's a bit of a problem. Yes, he is 6'9", but that's literally all he has going for him. Got a great behind the back as well, but and he can carry slide. It doesn't really matter. It does not really matter when you can't guard anybody, you can't shoot, and you can't really blow by anyone with ease either. He's a mismatch problem, and that's really what Magic Johnson does in this game, which is a bit unfortunate because I would like him to be good. But I am more happy that we have an unusable Magic Johnson in October than a god tier Magic Johnson. Because if we got a god tier Magic Johnson right now, geez, it'd be game over, lads. It'd be game over. So now we're on to number 10. At number 10, I have Bob Cousy. So Cousy's got 4 finishing badges, Hall of Fame. None of these matter too much because he can't dunk. Like, realistically, they don't matter. It doesn't matter how many great badges that you give him, finishing-wise. If you can't dunk, it's not going to make a lot of a difference. His layup package is going to make, well, basically will let you know whether he can dunk or not, or whether he can finish the basket or not. Fancy footwork is a pointless badge for a 6'1" point guard. He's very undersized at 6'1", 93 speed. But look at these stats, though. Basically perfect stats. One big problem is he can't get range. He could get range at the start of the year with the badge glitch, but he can't get range now. As well as that, defensively, he gets clamps, pick dodger, pickpocket. He can get interceptor. Thankfully, he can get heart crusher, but he can't get intimidator, which is a big one. As well as that, though, 93, like, unbelievable stats. Sigs, decent behind the back, not a great crossover. His size up is terrible. It's the Paul Pierce size up. Chris Paul release is terrible as well. So he's just kind of the edge of the top 10 because he kind of does everything except shoot from deep. And I have him that slight bit over Jerry West in at number 10. At number 9, we are going to go with Steve Nash. So Steve Nash, as is, isn't great. But again, if you can give him clamps, quick first step, and range extender, they're big. As well as that, yes, he doesn't come with any defensive badges, but he can get all of them. So if you want to put heart crusher on him, it's going to cost a little bit more. Like, even Steve Nash, with the extra cost for the badges, if you can snipe the badges, is still going to be cheaper than Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy is quite expensive. The difference is Steve Nash, while does not have the greatest behind the back or crossover, he does have base 87, which is a release that I do like. I'm pretty sure Steve Nash is the only player that has it. He's got a good three-pointer, good speed. Defensively, again, when you get from his badges, he's actually not half bad. So overall, I think Steve Nash is definitely this is kind of like the cutoff point for your top tier cards. Every card here on out can get range extender and clamps. So he's kind of like the last of the for me anyway, the elite tier point guards. Because the way I play the game, I can't use a point guard that doesn't have range extender. I can't get away with it. I can get away with even only having silver clamps, just like my favorite player in this game, Darren Williams. He's like, well, second favorite player. I don't have Steph. The favorite player I have, Darren Williams. I can get away with silver clamps. I don't play defense. So I'm obviously looking at this from a completely different perspective. Like, my defense revolves around me putting heart crush on every single player, getting a couple of lucky steals, and ruining the other team's chance of playing offense. And then at number 8, we got Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups should be better. I'll say this right now. Gold clamps, Hall of Fame defensive leader and tireless defender, gold intimidator, which he comes with. In fact, he comes with the badges. Definitely is a positive. Range extender can go to gold. Stats wise, he's basically perfect. Only a 50 driving dunk, which isn't great though. But everything else is basically perfect. Tendencies wise, 74 on ball steal is not bad. He's got not a great behind the back or crossover. He's got the Paul Pierce. See, not even Paul Pierce is normal one, isn't he? But he's got Chauncey Billups' release. His release is broken. Like, you can definitely argue him to be lower than Nash. You could argue him to be lower than Kuzi. But man, his stats are so good. Like 2.601 total stats compared to 2.423. And here, actually, Kuzi's got better stats. Kuzi doesn't come with range. Chauncey Billups, I wish he was good. I really do, because he has one big problem. Last year, his release was fine. This year, his release is broken. It is so bad. He does everything except shoot the ball, but I think shooting is one of the most important things in this game, so I gotta put him on this lower end. At number 7, we got Diamond Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie Irving, not good lateral quickness of 79. That's his one downside. That is literally his only downside, is that he's got 79 lateral quickness. His release is fine this year. He can get every single defensive badge, which is massive. I'm pretty sure you can get every single badge by the looks of things. Comes with Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame tie handles, Hall of Fame handles phase, and ankle breaker. Comes with goal range extender, which is massive as well. He's got an 89 3 ball, which is good. Really good speed, to balance, acceleration. His handle is exceptional. Tendencies wise, 54 on ball steal is not great. His size up isn't the best, but again, I liked Pro 1 behind the back this year, not gonna lie. His release is fine this year. Like, I didn't like his release last year. Kyrie's release is fine this year. But he's just, that lateral quickness is killer. That 79 lateral quickness. If he had lateral quickness of 85, he'd be up at least 1 to 2 spots, but it's killer. It's killer. You need a shoe on him just to make him serviceable on defense. Can't really, even with the badge, you can't really guard anyone, so that is a bit of a problem. At number 6, we got Sleepy Floyd. Sleepy Floyd, when you get him badged up, as a god. So you kind of do need to put range extender on him. His release is that little bit slow. It's a bit awkward. Trust me, it does take time to get used to. But you kind of have to put range extender on him. Get him with the gold clamps. You can get every single badge in the game by the looks of things. He's also got 84 3 ball, which is really nice. 70 driving dunk, but he has the unblockable dunk. Sleepy Floyd has this dunk animation. I'm trying to think who else has it. Darren Williams has it as well. Basically, if they go into a dunk animation with 2 hands, it is unblockable unless you're behind them. If you are in front of Sleepy Floyd going for a 2-handed dunk, it's 2K13 all over again. It's an unblockable dunk animation. So him and Darren Williams have the same animation. Tendencies wise, 80 on ball steal tendency is really good. As well as that 6'3 is not the worst height for a point guard. Does not have a good size up, but he's got an elite, not a great behind the back in Pro 2, but he's got an elite crossover in Pro 8, and he's got base 22. So even though his upper looks a little bit awkward, his timing is fine. Like base 22 is the same as Worthy, Darren Williams. Same as base. Just look at the amount of cards in this game that are base 22. It's crazy. But yeah, so his timing is that little bit off because his upper looks weird. But once you get used to that release, it is more than serviceable. So for me anyway, Sleepy Floyd is right up there with the top point guards in this game. Now we are on to number 5, and it's JoJo White. JoJo White, 88 3-pointer, 87 free throw, 96 speed, acceleration, and speed of ball. Like I think he's the fastest point guard in this game as far as I'm aware. Iverson might be faster, but he's a 2. Comes with gold range extender, comes with quick first step gold, as well as that he can get clamps, which is massive. He can get clamps, and while he can't get interceptor or intimidator, you can still give him hard pressure. So again, 1 steal and other team goes cold. He has lateral quickness of 92. And one big thing that a lot of people don't realize is that he has 94 interior defense. So if he gets switched onto a big man, JoJo White can actually do a little bit of that, like can guard them a little bit. Not gonna be anything spectacular in that regards, but he still can. In terms of tendency, he's got a great on-ball steal of 84 and 90 pass interception. Also has got the not a great crossover or behind the back or hezzy, but he's got Paul George release, which I like this year. I didn't mind it last year. I like it this year. I do like it this year. As well as that, he's just overall good. Like his fade when I used him was pretty nice. He's got hot zones almost everywhere on the floor. He's like the start of the elite tier cards. From JoJo White onwards, you've got what I'm going to call the elite tier cards. So at number 4, we have Derek Fisher. There's like a big reason why I think Derek Fisher is better than JoJo. And you're looking at stats, you know, like why is Derek Fisher better? He's like, he can get gold range extender on him. He comes with gold clamps. You can put every badge in the game on him. Gets 4 okay Hall of Fame badges. Unpluckable is pretty nice, actually. Needle Threader. Actually, bail out Needle Threader. You don't need them Hall of Fame, but they are important badges to have. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 speed ball is not bad. 90 lateral quickness is really good. A little bit of size 6'1", and a terrible on-ball steal tendency, but he's got the Curry slide. The Curry slide is the difference between him being not even on, well, him being, say, behind JoJo White, maybe behind Sleepy Floyd, and him being in here at number 4. Curry slide is massive, and there's only one player left that does not have the Curry slide. He's got base 40, which is a fine release. Like, there's nothing wrong with base 40. I don't think it's the greatest release in the world, but it's fine. It's usable. I've used Derek Fisher, and he shot the ball really well, so I don't think he's a bad card at all. I think he deserves to be in at number 4. At number 3, Diamond John Stockton. These top 3, I think, have kind of separated themselves as 1, 2, and 3. Like, I think they are significantly better than the others. Unless, obviously, if you want to put in a 2-guard in Byron Scott badged up, he's probably goes in at number 4, behind Stockton, but no, Stockton's fantastic. Stockton's got 95 lateral quickness, gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold pickpocket, Hall of Fame dimer, floor general, unpluckable. He's also got range extender, which you can get up to gold, quick first step, gold as well, 94 speed, 90 driving dunk. John Stockton has a 90 driving dunk, lads. I don't get it, but he does. I'm not complaining. He's a beast in game. As well as that, he's got an 89 on ball steal tendency, 88 pass interception, which is great. He's got a dunk tendency of 100, which is unreal. He's got not the best dribble moves. I will say that. He does not have the best dribble moves, but he's got John Stockton release, which is really, really nice. And just overall, as a slashing point guard, can dunk on people, great defender, is a really, really great card in my opinion, and deserves to be number 3. Number 2 is Darren Williams. And I'm going to make one exception right here. I am going to say Darren Williams with Hall of Fame range extender. He can get range extender up to Hall of Fame. I have it on gold on my one. I haven't even bothered to upgrade his class because I think he's fine with silver. Darren Williams with Hall of Fame range extender is the best point guard in the game. I'm going to say that right now. For the reason of he has a 6'10 wingspan, as well as that he has a 90 on-ball steal tendency, which is insane. Like, you don't understand how that much longer of a wingspan and that much better of an on-ball steal tendency, like how much better that makes him as a defender than the guy who's number 1. But a 91 3 ball, 93 shot close, 70 driving dunk, 94 speed, 2 ball acceleration, 84 lateral quickness is not the greatest, but it's not awful either. Especially with that tendency, man, with that tendency, steal tendency, he's going to get really, really bumpy. And you put gold clamps on him, I only have silver and he's fine. If you put gold clamps on him, he's a really, really good point guard defender. He's got the Curry slide, which is huge. Profile behind the back is one of the best behind the backs in the game. Base 22 is a release that I really, really like. It's not the fastest release in the world, but it is a release I really, really like. His leaner is not the best though, I will say that. So he is like 600k with Hall of Fame range extender, and I've maybe seen 5 of him up with Hall of Fame range extender ever. So it's not like I'm going to use that as my judgment, because the next guy, for 99.9% of the people, the next guy is going to be the best point guard in the game. And I do agree, like, I've never used the Darren Williams Hall of Fame range extender. I've never used that card, so I can't put Darren Williams number 2, because clearly the best point guard in this game is Steph Curry. Steph Curry with Hall of Fame range extender, Hall of Fame difficult shots, Hall of Fame deadeye, Hall of Fame catch and shoot. He's got Hall of Fame tight handles as well, gold clamps, lateral quickness of 89, which is good. Great steal of 92, 93 3 ball. Can't really dunk, but he's got good speed, 2 ball acceleration. Not great on ball steal tendency, I will say that. Like 76, a bit less than 90, but it's not awful. Not great, but not awful either. And the big difference that a lot of people, for me, it's not going to make a difference because I can't hit leaners. I'm saying this right now, I cannot hit leaners with the button. I don't know what it is this year, I can't hit them with the button. But if you're a guy who can hit leaners, especially when Steph gets takeover, it's GG's. Once Steph gets takeover, Curry slide, speed boost glitch into a leaning 3, bang, every single time. Steph Curry's release is super quick as well. He's got the Curry slide, he's got a great crossover, but a bad behind the back. Curry's arguably the best card in the game. Like, I think, for me, like, I have a lot of success with Deron Williams, but I don't have Hall of Fame range on my Deron Williams. I will say this, Curry is a lot better than goal range Deron Williams. Well, he's actually, Deron Williams is closer to Curry than Stockton is to Deron Williams, but Curry is it's a no-brainer putting Curry number 1 on this list. It is an absolute no-brainer. Because Steph Curry is one of the most unstoppable players in this game. And he's one of the most unstoppable early in the cycle cards we have ever gotten in any 2K game. This Curry, absolutely unplayably good. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.